Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the struggles that I have been facing trying to find a history curriculum for my two girls. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to two girls, ages 11 and 15. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. You guys, I am struggling so much with finding a history curriculum for the upcoming school year, the 2024-2025 homeschool year. So I thought I would bounce a couple of ideas off of you. Maybe, you guys have some feedback about some of these programs that I'm considering. I'm really looking to cut back my homeschool budget in this upcoming year. So I'm hoping to find something that works the first time, but as a homeschooler, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you have to bounce around a little bit to find a curriculum that you like, but it's not going to be in my budget this year to be able to bounce too much. So that's why I was hoping to get some feedback from you guys and just kind of share some of the things that I'm considering. Also, I do think that it is helpful to sometimes hear that homeschooling is not always perfect. It is not always easy. Not everything works out, and history has not been working out very well for us over the last couple of years. And I'm really hoping to find a program that works well for this upcoming homeschool year. Now, I will be having a 7th grader next year and a 10th grader. So my 10th grader is going to be taking world history. And there are 3 different options that I'm really considering. And I am struggling finding like a world history program for my soon to be 7th grader. But I feel like if I could just find something for my high schooler, my 7th grader's curriculum would kind of fall into place, if that makes sense. Because a lot of these companies that I'm considering have options for middle school as well. Again, there are 3 different ones that I'm considering, and I would greatly appreciate any feedback or any kind of knowledge, I guess we can say, that you have on these options that I'm considering, because 2 of these, we've never even used anything from the companies before. And one of them, we are kind of on the fence because some of the curriculum worked for us, but some of it didn't. So I just don't know, I just don't know. And I'm really hoping that whatever I choose is the right one so that I don't have to keep on repurchasing curriculum to make it work, especially for my high schooler, because I don't want her to start to bounce around, you know what I mean, with her curriculum. I want it to just work for her. It's kind of what we all want though, right, guys? Kind of what we're all looking for is something that will work. But let's talk about the 3 that I'm considering for Bella's 10th grade year. Now, the first one is Master Books. So I am considering World History by Master Books. Now, this one does look actually pretty good to me. The thing that has me hesitant about it is some of the reviews that I was reading when I was looking up this curriculum. But with Master Books, this is a world history course for grades 10 through 12, and it is a 1-year course. So definitely something that I'm interested in. I don't want to have to piece things together if I don't have to. Now, it does say that your student would be completing 5 lessons a week, and each lesson should take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes long. There is an answer key and activity sheets and reviews all within this course. And it does look like it's really nice. It does have a recommended schedule that you can follow, which is really nice. So it seems pretty open and go. Now, some of the pros for Master Books on my list is that it seems pretty inexpensive for an entire world history course for high school. So that is definitely a pro, something that, I could appreciate. Now, another thing that could be a pro or a con is that it looks like it's short lessons. Now, if they are short, thorough lessons, that is a good thing. If they're short lessons with not enough information, that's a bad thing, right? So I'm kind of on the fence about it, because this is where I was talking about how the reviews were kind of making me hesitant. A lot of reviews that I was reading was saying that this course does not seem like a high school course, that it seems really light. Again, we've never used it, so I don't know. So if you've used this one before in the past, let me know. But that might actually work in my favor as well. If it is light, I could always add in readers to go along with this course for my oldest daughter. But again, I don't know if that would be enough depending on how light this is. And it might even open up the opportunity for me to use this Masterbooks World History course with both of my students next year, with both of my kids. Because if it is light, I feel like it would work for my 7th grader. But if it's too light, it's not going to work for my 9th grader, you know? So let me know how you feel about it. Again, we have studied a lot of history in depth over the years, so I'm okay if it's a little light, but if it's like missing a lot of good main information about history, that's definitely something I'm not going to want to purchase and use, because I'm also looking for something that I don't have to change too much to make it work. I don't want to have to build a whole curriculum on top of this curriculum, if that makes sense, you know? So I'm really considering Masterbooks. I do love that they have colored photos in here. And I do love that they have an American history option. So if this world history works, if we choose to use it, we can bounce into American history next year with my, at that time would be an 11th grader. And we wouldn't have to really search for a history curriculum for that year, because this one would have worked, if that makes sense. So we were really considering Masterbooks. But again, I'm a little bit worried about the reviews saying that it was really light for a high school course. So if you have any experience with Masterbooks high school courses, let me know. Another thing that I was finding that was going to be a little bit challenging, that was kind of on the con side for me, is that it is a 36-week program. I was hoping to have a little wiggle room throughout the year if needed. It's not a deal breaker if it's 36 weeks. It's just something I would have preferred to maybe have 34 weeks, you know, or something like that, just to give us time in case, because, you know, things always come up. Another thing is that it is 5 days a week. With Bella, taking on a little bit more next year. She started working this year. She's going to be doing a couple of on-site classes next year. We were kind of trying to find something that maybe would have been 4 days a week to kind of help balance things out a little bit. But if it is as light as people say, I might be able to adjust that by doubling certain lessons up and stuff. So it's definitely something that I am considering. But again, I've never used any of Masterbooks high school courses. I couldn't say that. And again, it might be something I could use with both of my kids. So in the long run, it might be something that's actually, you know, a good fit. But I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to bounce ideas off of you guys here today, because I'm really on the fence about all 3 of these curriculum. Yeah. Okay, so the next one that I'm considering is actually Notgrass World History. I have heard so many fantastic things about Notgrass. I heard that it's a very thorough course. I heard that it does feel like a high school course without being too overwhelming. And also, when I was looking at their website, it does show that you can use their World History course for World History credit, English credit, and Bible credit. Now, we wouldn't do that, but that is a fantastic option if you are looking to kind of bundle up some of your subjects for your student to make it easier for them or even less expensive for you. But for us, we would only use the world history aspect. But what we are really liking about this one when I was reviewing it is that it is only 150 lessons, and it's broken up into 30 units of 5 lessons each. But that 5th lesson each week looks like something that I could actually kind of like manipulate to make it only a 4-day-a-week course. Like, it definitely looks like something that I could change to turn into what I need by just adjusting it slightly. And having to adjust things slightly, I'm okay with. I just don't want to have to get in here and reschedule everything on my own, you know? Just a couple of things here and there I'm okay with, but for the price tag of Notgrass, I want to make sure that this is the right course, because this course is over $100. So it is a little bit more on the pricey side. So the pros of this course for us is that it's covering world history in a year. It is a high school leveled course, and it feels like a high school leveled course. It does look like I could adjust it to make it work for a 4-day-a-week course. It's only 30 units, so it's very flexible, and it comes with colored pictures, and there is an American history option. So if she did like this, we could definitely just use the American history option in the following year without me having to do all of this research. But some of the cons on this that I'm noticing is that it is more expensive. So that's kind of my hesitation when it comes to Notgrass, is that it is a more expensive course. So I really want to be sure it's something that I'm sure about. But I do love that they offer world history for middle school as well, because again, although it wouldn't be the same course my kids would be doing, it would be like the same company and the same kind of flow. So I could definitely still choose, middle school curriculum with this as well. So I am liking that I could kind of keep my girls like in the same history at the same time, if that makes sense. I kind of explained that weird, but if that makes sense, both of my kids would be completing world history in the same year. So I like that that's an option. Okay, so the last course that I'm considering for Bella's 10th grade world history is Guest Hollow's Whirlwind World History Curriculum. So with Guest Hollow, it is geared towards grades 9 through 12, but it does say that it is adaptable for grades 7 through 8. So that is really, really promising because this is something that it looks like I'd be able to use with both of my girls. It is a literature-based program, so there's a lot of books that you would need to get your hands on in order to complete this curriculum, which can kind of, bump up that price tag, but you can use the library and the Libby app. It's just you would have to be mindful and really pay attention to when you're checking those books out in order to use them, at the time that you would need them, if that makes sense. But this one looks, again, really promising. They have recipes, art projects, it says that there was music, videos that you can watch. I mean, this one looks like it's very hands-on and it kind of brings history to life. So that is something that would probably work well for my youngest daughter. It is a 36-week program, and they do say that the daily time is anywhere from 1 to 2 hours, depending on the activities that you choose. So this does seem like something that you can adjust to fit your needs daily. I was again looking for something with a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to like an overall scheduled out year, but this isn't a deal breaker at all. But I'm really, really considering this one. And they do say that when you purchase this, you get a printable PDF schedule, an editable schedule, access to online versions of the schedule. You get the free online textbook with videos in there, a printable workbook with maps and answer keys. But again, this is all digital. So if you're going to be doing the workbooks and all of that, that's something you would print yourself. It's not something that you would order from the company and they would send you. So this is a digital option that you would be using that you would print out on your own. So do keep that in mind because printing things, that adds up as well, you guys. Now, another thing that they offer that I thought was really neat is that it's not necessarily like a teacher's manual, but it's more like they have an answer key to the worksheets, but you're kind of just using this like digital textbook almost, that has things embedded in it. So you could click on the video. So it's really easy. I do feel like it seems pretty open and go. But again, you would have to collect all of the books that go along with this in order to make this curriculum work. So you're not just purchasing this digital option and you're ready to go. You would also have to purchase or get your hands on the books that you read along with it. So a little bit more planning, a little bit more expenses outside of purchasing just this digital option, but it does seem like a very well-rounded history, and it is something that I'm really, really considering. So those are the 3 that I am considering for Bella's 10th grade world history curriculum. Again, I'm really on the fence about which one I want to use. So any feedback on any of these is greatly appreciated. But that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.